A blessed day everyone, we're here to give you some knowledge and understanding about our topic. Do you know the term genetically modified organisms or GMO has become a contentious issue? Complex studies are being conducted around the world to assess this topic. We try to stay current about it so that all of us can learn. Let's proceed. What is GMO? Genetically modified organisms or GMOs are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering. This creates combinations of plant, animal, bacteria, and virus genes that do not occur in nature or through traditional crossbreeding methods. Most GMOs have been engineered to withstand the direct application of herbicide and or to produce an insecticide. However, new technologies are now being used to artificially develop other traits in plants such as a resistance to browning in apples and to create new organisms using synthetic biology. Despite biotech industry promises, there is no evidence that any of the GMOs currently on the market offer increased yield, drought tolerance, enhanced nutrition, or any other customer benefits. Are GMOs safe? 3 federal agencies within the U.S. government work together to ensure that GMOs are safe for human, plant, and animal health. First, FDA or Food and Drug Administration sets and enforces food safety standards that those who produce, process, store, ship, or sell food must follow no matter how the foods are created. Second, EPA or Environmental Protection Agency is responsible for protecting human health and the environment, which includes regulating pesticides. And third, USDA or U.S. Department of Agriculture, which ensure that GMOs are safe for human, plant, and animal health. Are GMO labeled? The big difference for consumers is that they'll no longer see the words GMO, which stands for genetically modified organisms. Instead, they'll see a round green label that says bioengineered or derived from bioengineering, or a label with a phone number or QR code to provide more information. The final GMO labeling rule allows certified organic products to use absence claims such as not genetically engineered and non-GMO. Organic prohibits GMO inputs, so you can look for the USDA organic label if you want to avoid GMOs.
Which foods might contain GMOs? I'll give one example, corn. Corn is the #1 crop grown in the US and nearly all of it, 88% is genetically modified. In addition to being added to innumerable processed foods, genetically modified corn is a staple of animal feed.
Another is soy, cottonseed, and other. So next is, what is the advantage of GMOs to farmers? GMO crops that are tolerant to herbicides help farmers control weeds without damaging the crops. When the farmers use these herbicide-tolerant crops, they do not need to till the soil, which they normally do to get rid of weeds. This is no-till planting helps to maintain soil health and lower fuel and labor use.
So next is GMO good for the environment?
GMOs contribute to a loss of biodiversity, or the amount of different living plant and animal species. Genetically modified organisms may reduce biodiversity by being too strong. In other words, GMOs are specifically bred to have certain advantageous genes that allow them to outcompete their neighbors.
What about animals that eat food made from GMO crops? More than 95% of animals used for meat and dairy in the United States eats GMO crops. Independent studies show that there is no difference in how GMO and non-GMO foods affect the health and safety of animals. The DNA in the GMO food does not transfer to the animal that eats it. This means that animals that eat GMO food do not turn into GMOs. If it did, an animal would have the DNA of any food it ate. GMO or not, in other words, cows do not become the grass they eat and chickens don't become the corn they eat. Similarly, the DNA from GMO animal food does not make it into the meats, eggs, or milk from the animal. Research showed that foods like eggs, dairy products, and meat that come from animals that eat GMO food are equal in nutritional value, safety, and quality to food made from animals that eat only non-GMO food. Who makes sure animal food is safe? The U.S. Food and Drug Administration or FDA is the primary regulatory agency responsible for ensuring the safety of GMO and non-GMO food for animals. The FDA Center for Veterinary Medicine manages this responsibility. FDA requires that all food for animals, like food for human foods, be safe for animals to eat, be produced under clean conditions, contain no harmful substances, and be accurately labeled. Are there GMO animals in the food supply? There soon will be. FDA has approved an application that allows the marketing of the Aqua Advantage salmon, an Atlantic salmon that has been genetically modified to reach an important growth point faster. FDA determined that Aqua Advantage salmon is as safe to eat and as nutritious as non-GMO Atlantic salmon. FDA also found that its approval of the application for this salmon will not significantly impact the U.S. environment. Are GMOs used to make anything besides food? When you hear the term GMO, you probably think of food. However, techniques used to create GMOs are important in creating some medicine as well. In fact, genetic engineering, which is the process used to create GMOs, was the first used to make human insulin. A medicine used to treat diabetes, medicine developed through genetic engineering go through an in-depth FDA approval process. All medicine must be proven to be safe and effective before they are approved for human use. GMOs are also used in the textile industry. Some GMO cotton plants are used to create cotton fiber that is then used to make fabric for clothing and other materials. I've learned that GMO have different ways to produce or sustain human needs like food, ingredients also can be a medicine. So for the development of the society to maintain this, people should know how to prevent crop, food loss, and control weeds, especially with our farmers.
GMO help the science, technology, and society as part of a flourishing society by its benefits like in agriculture, which increase crop yields, reduce costs for food or drug production, reduce need for pesticides, enhance nutrition, composition, and food quality, resistance to pests and disease, greater food security, and medical benefits to the world's growing population. So, here it is. I hope you learned from what we tackled. If you have any questions and suggestions, just comment below. Thank you and have a good day.